Sonic Light Dash back. I'm gonna pick up right where I left off. My science teacher asked if I keep doing this for a bit, and I will. I can't guarantee I'll ever finish this game since I always restart after a while, but hey, I'll at least fill in a bit more on these hazardous anomalies before I change the turn. Stupid thing. These gravitational distortions use strong gravitational fields that rip ships whole or material goes right off, damaging the ship until it's destroyed. These continuum rifts are basically a faster than light tears that and destroy anything that even enter as this territory after one turn. In this sci-fi game, our ships use what's called a continuum drive to make the distance between star systems, in this case, sectors. These dangerous anomalies, including the neutron star RX, can be very destructive over long periods of time, or, as the continuum rift show, it instantly destroys the ship. It gets insane, simplified. These stations here, these outposts, and their upgraded star bases basically enable your fuel range to go further than would otherwise occur. And by researching into propulsion tech, it also extends the range for all these regions. The game gets repetitive after a bit, but it is pretty nice to play, but to get your mind off it. And when your tech here is upgraded, and you can then upgrade your ship design to be much stronger against your enemies once you start finding hostile alien powers. It's pretty nice when you get to the point where you have numerous colonies and outposts. In these star systems here, you have a similar way of extending your influence, and that's through the construction of space docks, which act as Gen 1 shipyards. Having a shipyard or a space dock is helpful for extending your range of influence, or at least getting your fuel range to a much greater distance. It's through the construction of outposts and the colonization and of star systems that your area of influence, which for me is highlighted in this blue color here, is what you control. While in this territory, only you can make any outreaching decision it's like colonizing planets, like in the one in the Hamal system that I'm currently terraforming. And also, Miss Cloud, I hope you're watching this. Thank you. I really liked what you said. And I'll think about it. And I'll also keep in touch. I'll post this later today. Since I was planning on taking a break from... I'm doing stuff like this for a while. After all, last week I was mostly doing it as a hobby. Afterwards, I was working on personal projects within my files. Okay, that took a while. Oh, just to load. After a certain amount of turns, the game starts to slow down because of how insane the AI gets. One particular annoyance that I found in this game is that the alien empires, most notably the Henian Trade Union, tends to colonize and expand like crazy. Hold on a sec. I had to let my grandmother's daughter leave in order to go outside. I'm recording this while in Independence, Kansas, while I'm trying to take a break from stuff back in Whippoorwill, which is where all my videos last week came from. If those of you watching these haven't understood what I'm not following any kind of script, the answer is I'm not following a script at all. I'm actually free talking this whenever I can. It's a lot more helpful for me because I tend to get off topic too quick. If any of my videos did get off topic every now and again, that's just me going me. It's just how I roll. Hopefully I'll only get this video half the length I did last time. I hope to make contact with one of the other empires before I end this video. I'm mostly just trying to enjoy myself and give you all something to watch. After all, there's a bunch of insanity going on in the real world right now. Best to unwind a bit and let your brain relax, especially since mine was continuously burned, not just with home life, but with everything else going on. Come back in, Percy. Percy. Come on in. as you can see from this, depending on the range of your sensor, as you can detect ships in sectors beyond even your fuel scout range. Like here. Well, normally this would mean and you got an alien empire. In this case, you're just finding like a minor race. Every race has a random set of star systems, like I said in the previous video on this. But it's pretty nice at the same time. Makes each one unique while combining aspects of each empire's actual industrial complex and technology into your own. You can build shipyards and docks in different sectors, like I did with this minor race that joined me in the previous video. I paid him off with a 30 crystal of deuterium in order to get him to join. However, each ship type requires X amount of deuterium in order to be constructed. So once that's out, I can't use it anymore in this system, and it will just be used to extend my fuel range. And these outposts, they act simply as a deterrent and against enemy forces is entering that sector. They don't actually do anything else other than extend your fuel range afterwards. You can't construct anything at them. Mostly going to skip through this because, as I said earlier and in the previous episode, it gets repetitive after a bit. These tech upgrades are strangely slowing the game on my computer. Doesn't go like that. And when like this one just did, it usually doesn't take more than a couple seconds at this stage in the game. Could be because I'm screen capture recording this. The reason why I'm not colonizing this right now is because I preferred to get them to their max population and cap possibility before I colonize. Saves me the trouble of having to waste more colony shit. I was just finishing a terraforming project and then colonizing it again. That also tends to slow down my expansion rate. which might explain why nations like the Indian Trade Union get so much of a head start over me. When you colonize a new planet, this notification comes up. Citizens celebrate the colonization of whatever our system. This new system will expand living. Oh, come on. This new system will expand living in space for our people. First colonists have built habitats on the surface and pursue their duties. Shortly, this system will become a vital and productive part of our coalition, or empire, or alliance, etc., etc. Afterwards, you can get the population started on production, and there are a few fabricated, and luckily there's always a few prefabricated structures. They usually go 2 of each depending on your level of technology. Like for this, I have all of the production set. All my production maxed out on 2. My resources, I only have 3 different slots with 2 each. The reason why I put industrial and titania on max is because I tend to let these things populate over time in the other fields, and there's always a surplus of food when you start, so it'll take them a long while before they even begin to starve out. And I do the math in my head to help me get the exact number of structures that I need in the long run. Like, I have 16 structures total already on the surface of these planets in this sector. And I start with 4.5 billion pop-ups in general. With 16, you subtract it from 63, since each structure requires a billion pops for some reason. And then you do the math. It takes 47, which is what I drew over here, or in my head earlier, as you saw. Then I'll try to evenly distribute those across the fields. I try to leave some of these open, and so that when I eventually get the 7 billion pops needed to construct a shipyard, I can put that in the queue quick before I construct anything else. Overshot a turn, but hey, I can still construct this, and then I can finish out my build queue. I tend to divert most of my resources to technology, because as I like to prove my superior tech skill in game. And if you go down here, as you've seen in the previous one, I can check to see in the top 5 star systems, which remain unknown at the moment, and because they're of alien empires I don't have contact with. Right now I'm 6th on science because I've waited so long just to get 1 star system. I have to expand in order to get more. For my tech is annoying because as I keep going for these special projects. In the comments below, tell me if I should do another project after this. I'll let you choose, and I'll also let you choose which one of the 3 options. In the chat as well. For the next special project. Till then, I'm not gonna touch it. And when I say chat, I mean the comments, because I'm not live streaming this. Besides, live streaming would probably be a stupid idea for me, since I'm using a laptop Chromebook to do all this in the first place. And if you're wondering why a solar panel option and that I was able to get it over here, or for that a star system isn't popping up over or here, it's because things like that require type H or type K or even, hold on, I need to find one here, a type H planet in order to construct it. I'll show you in a database is what I mean by that. In energy, certain structures like this require a specific type of planet in order to be constructed on. And like for the wind turbines and solar panels, they both require a type H or a type K, a planet in that system. While things like geothermal require a type Q variable or a type G geocrystalline. For charge collectors, class P glacier or type C a geoinactive. And for the ocean power plant, obviously oceanic. Same thing goes for research structures like this, even though it just requires it to be a colony or the home world, and you need 100 energy just to maintain that. Like this one here, as I was trying to explain earlier. This one requires a type P, a type H, a type Q, or a type C in order to even be built in that star system. And these once per empire means that you can only build one throughout your entire empire, and then you can't build it anywhere else. Well, like these, you can build them anywhere, once per system. And kind of like these ones, you can only build them in member systems, these communication grids. Anyway, my point's proven. Now let's finish this quick. I'll at least make sure the shipyard. At least make sure the space dock is built. in here before I end the stream, because I'm already nearing 160 turns. When you run out of resources of a specific type that are required for ship construction, and that isn't deuterium, like it did for my Ox class transport ships, it'll stop producing that entirely and start focusing on and cheaper alternative. Which honestly is both stupid and smart. Stupid because you'd have to then buy a bunch of resources, which the minimum is 100 units, and you can click this at least 3 times to get that more, but it costs more for every 100. It's basically a tax. You can also sell that and for a lower cost, and it also reduce it as the cost entirely. I tend to do this as a way and to make sure I can try to gain a quick monopoly, which when you gain contact with other empires, you can gain a monopoly over the income on these, but you don't dictate anything. It's kind of a weird and mishmash. And here you can see how many of each resource I sold and how much money it gave me or cost me in trading. Okay, I'll log off for today. Thank you, and I hope you have a good time with my YouTube. I hope to keep doing this for a long while, but I won't guarantee when these videos come out in the long run. Until next time, this is Sonic Light Dat. Bye bye.